Hey everybody, welcome to Yoga for a New Year, week 4. I'm Ashley Thompson. I'm back in front of my closet again today, but for a good reason. We're going to actually use a wall as a prop today. If that's not feasible for you at the moment, don't worry about it. It's only one pose. It'll be the very last one that we do, and if we'll be able to do a final relaxation corpse pose like we've done at the end of every other class instead, if that's not possible. But if you are near a wall, try it. I also have a blanket nearby just as a reminder that when you're on your knees, if your knees are feeling sensitive, don't forget to have a cushion so that you can get the benefit of those poses too without the discomfort. So let's get going. We're going to start in child's pose today. We can either keep the knees towards each other or take the knees a little wider. Give yourself a moment to get settled. Just surrendering into the present moment. Noticing our breath as it is. We're going to begin to deepen our inhalation, noticing the belly expand, either meeting the thighs, or if the legs are a little wider towards the floor. Exhaling, relaxing a little deeper into our child's pose. We'll take about 4 more deep breaths here. Begin to reach and walk the fingertips, feeling the stretch through the shoulders, and then crossing one hand over the other. We're going to walk our hands over to the right, rest the head down, take a deep breath here. And then walking our hands over to the left, finding a stretch through the right side, deep breath. Walking our hands center. We're going to return to all fours, stacking our knees under our hips, our wrists under our shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. We're going to round our spine, dropping our tail, dropping our head. Inhaling, lifting the chest, lifting the tail, letting the belly hammock towards the floor. Just allowing yourself to tune into the rhythm of your breath. As we nourish our spine. Good cat and cow. We'll return to a neutral spine. This is the section where we'll be on our knees for a bit, so blanket there if you would like it. On my thinner mat today, so it definitely feels nice. We're going to take our right leg back straight and then bring the ball of your foot to the mat and then just gently press back through the right heel. So we're going to begin to feel a stretch through the lower half of the leg into the calf muscle. Breathing. Let your hip come back to that neutral position before we press through the heel. And we're going to lift and lower the right leg. So we're just going to lift the right leg to hip level and then bring the ball of the foot right back down to the floor. Continuing to breathe. We're going to do 2 more. Feeling our glute muscles wake up on that right side. Maybe even on the left side since that leg's holding us up. We're going to keep the leg up and we're going to find our balance. We're going to take the left arm long, thumb towards the ceiling, reaching through the left fingertips, reaching out through the heel, drawing the belly button in. And we'll return to all fours. We'll take the left leg back straight, ball the foot to the mat, gently pressing back through the left heel. Coming back to our breath. stretch, we're gonna do our leg lift just to hip level and right back down. Doesn't need to come any higher than the hips. We'll do 2 more. And then we'll keep the leg lifted, take the right arm straight, thumb towards the ceiling, lengthening through the right arm, lengthening through the back leg. Turning to our breath. Notice if you want to lock out the supporting arm at the elbow, just a little soft bend, just enough to keep energy flowing through the joint, muscles firing in the arm, and we'll return to all fours. We're going to do flowing sunbirds. You're going to keep your right knee bent. We're going to keep both hands on the mat, and we're going to kind of incorporate cat and cow here. So when you think of your cat, you're going to round the spine, but we're going to point the right foot and draw our knee in towards our nose. And then think cow back, so you're lifting your tail, lifting your chest. We're going to press through our heel. And imagine you've got something heavy sitting on your foot. You're just pressing it up towards the ceiling, looking straight ahead. Then we'll flow, exhaling, scooping in through the core, knee towards the nose. Breathing in, lifting the chest, pressing through the heel. Scooping in. Breathing in, pressing the heel up. Let's do 2 more. Settling back to all fours, we'll flex the left foot. Coming into our cow back, lifting the chest, lifting the tail, pressing through the heel, scooping in the abs, pointing the foot, drawing the knee towards the nose. Eyes can be closed or open. Once you've got the movement down, allow your breath to be your guide. Finishing up our last one, we'll return to all fours. Lower our hips towards our heels to child's pose. Take a deep breath here. And we'll return to all fours. Now we're going to take the right leg out to the side with the inner edge of the foot on the floor. You can stay just where you are. You can turn with me. I want to give you guys a better view. So now you've got the leg out to the side, shoulder blades back and down, abs in, spine's nice and long. We're going to come up to gate pose. So we can walk our hands in, strong core. We're going to come up tall, reach the arms up. And then we're going to take one hand towards our leg and our biceps near our ear up here. We'll come back tall. Bring our hands back down to the floor. And return the right knee back to start. We'll take the left leg out to the side, inner edge of the foot. Abs engaged, we can walk the hands in. Strong core brings us up tall. We'll reach the arms up and reach our hand towards our foot and bicep near the ear. Taking a breath here. We'll come back tall. Walk our hands back out to all fours, bringing the knee back in. We'll lower to child's pose. All fours, we'll walk our hands out to a kneeling plank, wrists on our shoulders, shoulder blades are down the back. We're going to lower all the way down. We're going to start to build a kneeling vinyasa flow. So next we're going to do cobra pose. Draw the legs close together. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, hip bones into the floor. Start to peel your chest. So strong back muscles here, great for strengthening the muscles for posture. Maybe float the hands. We're gonna press our hands into the floor, pick our belly button off the mat, press up and back. So we're not gonna go all the way to child's pose. Keep your hands right where they are. It's gonna allow us to flow right back into that kneeling plank and find our perfect sit up. So inhaling, kneeling plank. Always stop and check in. Are my shoulders up by my ears? Roll those shoulder blades down the back before we start to lower all the way down. Inhaling, we're gonna press the tops of the feet, the hips, lift our chest. Exhaling, strong core, strong arms, up and back. Back to child's pose. I'm gonna flow through 2 more times, letting our breath be our guide. Inhaling, kneeling plank. Exhaling, lowering to the floor. Inhaling, peeling the chest, baby cobra. Exhaling, pressing up and back. Be quiet for this last one. Next time you're in active child's pose, go ahead and sink all the way to our full child's pose. Bring your arms down by your side, drop the head, and just circle the wrists. We're going to bring ourselves up seated, and we're going to get set up for legs up the wall. So, for legs up the wall, you may want to have the blanket nearby because as you come into this position, you may find you want the head supported, you may want something soft behind the shoulders, or you may want to elevate the hips if when we get in this position you can't get the hips to touch the floor. So a blanket is still nearby. You're going to sit beside the wall and get as close as you can. This isn't necessarily a super easy pose to get into, so I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. And by starting here, it can make it easier to get close to the wall once you're up. So once you're beside the wall, go ahead and start to lay down. And as you lay down, try to keep the hips towards the wall, or as close to the wall as possible. And you're going to turn. And now my legs are able to rest to the wall. Now, chances are the hips might not be touching the wall. Shimmy forward and then kind of pause and check in with yourself. See how you feel. If your hips are able to touch the mat, you're feeling okay up here in your neck and shoulders and able to breathe comfortably, then we'll stay right here for a moment. If not, you can drop the legs to the side to leave the pose and maybe try setting it up with more props. As you're coming into this position, you may already start to feel a relaxing sensation. You've got lengthening through the back of the legs. It's a really great pose for the end of the day to relax the mind and body. Take another breath here. You to either stay with the legs straight, or I'm going to show some other options and variations for this position. Since we're here, why not? So we can also do butterfly legs here, or bound ankle pose as it's sometimes called. So you just start to bend the knees and let the knees open out to the side and bring the soles of the feet together. And move slowly, allowing yourself to breathe. Just pausing where you start to feel that stretch. If this is feeling comfortable, go ahead and take a couple couple of breaths here. Take the legs up straight for another stretch we can do here. We've done figure 4. This is just another version. You're going to take your right ankle in front of your left knee and see how that stretch feels for the right hip. This may feel like enough, or you can start to bend the left knee. Taking your time, more isn't always better. Feeling into the stretch. We want to keep the hips to the floor, so if you're starting to rise the hips all the way up off the mat, back off, lower the hips, pause here and breathe. Start to straighten the left leg, take the right leg back straight. Draw the left ankle in front of the right knee. And begin to bend the right knee. And begin to straighten the right leg. Take the left leg back straight. I invite you to stay in any version of legs up the wall for as long as you would like. And especially invite you to come back to this position at the end of a long day to help yourself get a good night's sleep. For now, I'm going to show you how to get out of this position. So go ahead and bend the knees and then turn all the way over to the side. And then from here, it should be easier to press yourselves up seated. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday.